If you use Google Slides to teach, you probably have noticed that it can be a little bit frustrating because the size of the slide itself is a lot smaller than you would probably like. It doesn't take up the whole screen, and there's a lot of busy stuff all around. If you put it into slideshow mode, then it takes up the whole screen, of course, but then you can't actually type in it or move things around on the screen like you want to. So this video is going to show you how to keep Google Slides in a format that you can type in it and move things around, but also show it in just about full screen. So there's a couple of things that you need to do to make this happen. The first one is to make sure you don't have presenter notes on. So down here at the bottom, I'm going to turn them on with the menu, but there's a quicker way to do it, speaker notes rather. So down here on the bottom is where speaker notes are. If you see that there, just get rid of it. Even if you use them, I'm going to suggest that you hide them and only open them up when you need them, because here it is with speaker notes on. If I grab this bar with the mouse right here, I can grab it by those three dots, click on it, and slide down. Look how much bigger your slide gets on the screen. So that's the first thing. The second thing that you can do is to get rid of all these menus here, which Google calls the controls. You don't need them while you're teaching, and if you're doing something with your students or they're doing it on their Chromebook, they generally don't need those except for certain things. So you want to get rid of that, and the way you do that is by coming to where it says View and clicking Full Screen. Quick note about full screen, this really doesn't mean full screen. Google uses that term when it really doesn't make sense. So if I click full screen, you're going to notice that it again has gotten a lot bigger, but I can still see my stuff from my browser on top. Now you might have noticed a little banner popped up here, and I'm going to hit escape to get out of that and go back into it again. If I click view full screen, this banner will always come up letting you know that if you hit escape, it gets you back to showing you the toolbar again. If you want to get rid of that quicker, you can hit dismiss, otherwise it just goes away on its own. The next step is to go really full screen. You will have all of this stuff on the top gone, and there are two ways to do that on Windows. It looks a little bit different on the Chromebook. I will come back to that at the very end of this video. So to go full screen with the keyboard, you're going to hit the F11 key. There is the F11 key. It is along the top row of keys on most keyboards, obviously along towards the right side of that row. You're going to hit the F11 key again to exit full screen mode. You can also do it with the mouse by clicking the three dots up here and then clicking the full screen icon, and it will come back. To get out of full screen with the mouse, since you don't see that three dot menu, is move your cursor up to the top of the screen. When that little X comes, you can click the X and you'll be out of full screen mode. Okay, so let's put it back in full screen. And now there's still one more thing here that is in the way, and that is this sidebar, which Google calls the film strip, which until very recently you could not get rid of it. In fact, if you right now in January of 2022 Google it, you will find mostly sites that tell you it can't be done. But Google has recently added this little arrow down here on the bottom left that says hide film strip, and so you can click that, and now your slide takes up the entire screen. Click it again and it comes back instantly, and there you go. That's how to get it into full screen mode. I'm going to now go through those steps again, as well as reviewing how to get out of it, but I'm going to do it much quicker so that you can see that when you're actually doing it, it doesn't take this long. This is what your slide will look like normally. You want to get rid of speaker notes, and if you turn off speaker notes, they will stay off for the next time actually. Go up to view, hit full screen, get rid of that, three dots, make it full screen that way, and hide your film strip. And now you can go through your slides just by clicking back and forth with the arrows with your page down key, and you're good to go. To get out of this, to get back into where you can edit, again, either the F11 key or move your mouse up to the top, click X, hit the escape key to show your menus again, and again, you can show at any time the film strip there, and you can look at speaker notes if you want to just by dragging up and down that way. Now I'm going to just quickly show you what's different on a Chromebook. There's just a couple of things that are a little bit different, but otherwise the procedure is exactly the same. Going in and out of full screen on the Chromebook is almost the same as it is in Windows, except that instead of hitting the F11 key, you're going to hit the full screen key on the Chromebook. This is the full screen key. It is generally right above the 5 on most Chromebooks. If you're using the mouse, it is also almost exactly the same. To get into full screen mode, it is the same. You click the 3 dots and then tap on the full screen button and you're in full screen. To get out of full screen, you again, just like in Windows, move the cursor up to the top, but now instead of seeing an X that you will click on, you will see the top of the screen comes back. Now you're going to come over, click the 3 dots, and then click the full screen button again, and that will turn full screen off. So that's it. That's how to use your Google Slides and make them look full screen and still be able to use them. Hope this video was helpful. You can leave a comment below if you have one. And if this video was helpful, then please hit the like button. Thanks for watching.